What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Engineers Without Filters podcast. This is episode 17 now. I'm your host, Jacob Thompson, and I'm drinking a Bell's Winter White Ale.
Joseph Grandchamp over here with the Miller High Life. Back at it with the champagne of beers.
Gabe Tillman, out of beer and on to the PBR.
Out of beer, as if that's not beer.
Out of good beer, let's put it that way. So, back to the PBR it is.
I'm Dayton. I've got a Sierra Nevada Torpedo.
I haven't heard of that one. It's pretty good.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Tight.
All right, well, thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at EWF Podcast. And you also find us on iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud for listening. So, first topic we're talking about today, speaking of social media, is our personal kind of thoughts on social media and our habits. And I also kind of want to talk about the trends in social media, how certain ones have gone up or down in recent years and generations and stuff.
I still use MySpace. Let's start there.
It's
I guess
just you. It is.
Let's just start out generally which ones all of us use on I'll say a daily basis and then also a weekly basis or whatever.
So I guess the ones that I use the most are Snapchat. That's a social media.
Yeah.
Snapchat's just my main daily one. I text through Snapchat more than I actually text.
Yeah.
And what? It's true.
It's just funny how phones, right? They used to call people on it, and then texting came up and people stopped calling, right?
Yeah.
And it's not as common. And now these other messaging things have come up, so no one sends SMS text messages anymore. It's always through a different service for the most part.
The thing is, I have more people's Snapchat than I do their phones, because my phone always gets wiped every 2 years or whatever, and I'm stupid. I know I can cloud sync my contacts, but I just never have.
Yeah.
So I just always have people on Snapchat, not on my phone. So I use that. Instagram, because there's less words. And every now and then I'll go on Twitter, but I don't know. Twitter's alright, but sometimes there's a lot of dumb shit on it.
This might be a weird take, but I kind of count Reddit as social media.
Well,
just because I use it as a time waster the same way I do social media.
Yeah.
So I think of Reddit as that.
Yeah, if we're counting time wasters, then I definitely use Reddit a decent amount.
Yeah. I don't know if I would consider it social media.
But yeah, it's not you're following people.
I would argue against
You're
that.
following things you like. Not people
I interact with it in the same way, right? It's scroll through a feed. I like the things,
I see what you're getting at.
But
if we're talking about things that you use to waste your time.
But you can interact with people on the site though too.
Yeah, I mean we're following topics instead of specific people. That's the only difference. But you could follow people if you really wanted to.
Right, but it's not usually people you know. It's not I follow. I don't know your guys' Reddit username. I mean, I know Dayton's because it's literally his fucking name. But you know what I mean? You don't look and oh, they commented on this. Haha, that's funny. That.
Yeah.
To me, that's what makes it a social media. Venmo is more of a social media outlet because it has the fucking
the public feed.
Yeah, so and so bought this with this emoji or something.
Would we count YouTube as social media?
Again, it goes back to interacting with people. If we're talking time wasters.
But again, it's the same thing, right? Is you follow certain people, you see their content, you like it.
Yeah.
But they don't see your stuff because you don't post shit.
Yeah, but that's the same thing on Facebook. I don't post shit on Facebook.
Yeah, I
I
rarely
guess
post on
so.
Instagram, so it's
Okay, so then I guess throw YouTube in the bag.
I guess
So those are the four.
I mean, it depends how you define it, but
Yeah.
Dayton, what's your...
Well, I used to use Instagram a lot, and then I deleted the app because I was spending too much time on it. I kind of have a cycle with social media where I'll delete the app, won't use it for a long time, and then I'll get it again, use it a lot, and then delete it again, and just kind of rinse and repeat.
Look at you with self-control.
Well,
I think that's a lack of self-control. It keeps relapsing.
Yeah, I would say it's a lack of self-control.
Never do heroin.
I think that's just a general rule.
Yeah.
But I do that with Reddit, Instagram. I don't really have a need to or want to go back to Instagram though. Yeah. Let's see how I feel in a month or two. But yeah, aside from Reddit, which is still on my phone and I use YouTube.
Yeah.
And then there's
So much good shit on YouTube.
pretty much that's it.
I use pretty much all of them. I use YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit daily, or multiple times a day. And I usually check Facebook once a day because I just hate it. I check it in case for like events.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Facebook.
Facebook fucking sucks.
It's
but,
awful.
yeah, I try to check it as like a few times as possible, but good for birthdays.
Yes, very good.
I've started. So yeah, I use the big ones: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I guess if we're counting Snapchat, YouTube, Reddit.
Yeah.
My usage of Facebook has changed recently. So like I used to use it like when I was younger. I'd use it quite a bit, and then like.
Oh yeah, everybody did.
And
That
then
was
like
the thing.
in more recent years, it's like my 2 years ago, I like completely stopped using it. Like I would never go on it, maybe once a week, if that, and like which is fine. But I've started going on it. I go on it once a day, because I found that it brings up memories of like past things that I've posted.
Oh,
And that's the easiest way to purge all the dumb shit that I posted. Because I had one of my friends go back and like a bunch of shit.
okay.
And it's like, I don't want to scroll through and delete it. So
Yeah.
anytime anything cringy comes up that I've said, I just delete it from there.
I
And
got
that's,
all mine up still.
I have so many bad pictures still. It's
well,
like,
see, I don't care
whenever
about
anyone
pictures.
stalks me, it's like,
Pict-
oh, here's me when I was literally like, what, 12, 11? I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
like pictures are fine. But I would just post stupid things. And it was just like the classic.
Like you thought you were funny, but it was just, you know.
Thought I was funny, or thought that like other people gave a shit that I mowed the lawn, or that like there's one that it was like literally like, I think I'm gonna watch this movie today.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
like
That's what Facebook used to be though.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah.
So
But yeah.
here's my issue with Facebook, because I've almost thought about deleting it a couple times, especially after like the big data breach thing. That's something that I generally try and care a little bit about, even though it's like almost impossible at this point in time to like, you know, be completely private. But the only reason I don't is because events, birthdays, and there's some family members that like, if they ever need to contact me, that's the only point of contact.
Yeah.
But I don't like Facebook just because I think if it's Facebook memes, they're just shittier.
Yeah.
They're just not as good.
They just repost from other
Yeah.
places.
And my mom still posts fucking Minion memes.
Dude,
Like-
minion memes are an epidemic.
Bro, just any meme
culture-
with the black top and bottom text is it's fucking terrible. It's just
So
objectively
the
worse.
other thing my mom posted, hopefully she doesn't listen to this fucking show, I'm shitting on her. There was one post she had, and it was like a picture of like a supermodel in like tights or whatever. And she was looking all slutty or whatever, and it like captioned over in like noir text. Something, I don't remember it fully, but it like basically said that I left my ex because he was a pig, which would be my dad. So that
Nice.
was like, cool, mom. I don't need to see that. And like, there's just so much. I mean, I've said this before on the podcast. I think there's a lot of shit content on it, but it's like I'll check it every couple days or once a week, just because it's so good to watch a car crash. You can't look away from car crash, but it's their lives. That's the best part.
I can't even scroll through Facebook. I just feel like I'm dying.
Oh yeah.
It's so bad because the problem with Facebook for me is all the content that's supposed to be funny,
It's not.
it's not, or it's a week's old. I've already seen it on Reddit.
Yeah, exactly.
2, there's a ton of clickbait articles that no matter how many things I stop following, it still shows up.
It's a
somehow.
lot more bloated now too. And
Yeah.
you got I mean, I don't fucking play the games. I know you guys don't, but like
Yeah.
games are like a big market for them.
Yeah, and then the last thing is like the people that I'm friends with that still post to Facebook. It's always political shit. It's like I just don't want to read this. Like I don't care.
I found that it's political statements and then people just complaining in general about their lives.
Yeah.
Which is
Very
just
negative.
like, I don't know. I understand that like you want like some support or like some form of attention, which is like just what humans want or need. But if I like need to talk about something, I feel like I don't want to post about it. I want to be like, hey Joseph, listen to my shitty life, you know, and instead of telling the whole fucking world. Like I was actually looking through the other day with Patty, and I hadn't made a post besides thanks for the happy birthdays. I hadn't posted in like 5 years or something like that. And because I was thinking about doing like a life update of like, hey, I'm not gonna be here this summer, just to like be courteous. It was like, I'm not even thinking about doing that because like, what's the fucking point?
I wouldn't bother with
Like
that.
if they want to know where I'm at, they'll just fucking ask me.
Exactly.
Like, why do I need to post this shit?
Exactly.
I don't need to brag about my life.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Everything that Facebook offers is you can get on Reddit and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
If you want funny content, it's on Reddit. If you want to see people pictures, which all you really want to see, it's on Instagram.
Right, I love seeing people's like cool pictures.
Yeah, I don't want to see your rants for 3 paragraphs about whatever the fuck's going on with your day.
Yeah,
but I want to see a picture. You know.
And I mean, people see that on Instagram though.
Yeah,
too.
but you don't have to look at the comment. You don't.
But like when you guys are off in like New Zealand, it was really cool to see like what you guys are up to.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool for me to like show. It's not like, oh, I need this, like I need these likes. I just like showing people like, oh, look at this cool thing I did in the UP, or like look at this cool thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recently, well, not recently, probably like a year ago, I installed this extension on Chrome. It's called like Facebook Purity or something like that. And basically, it purges all like shared, anything that's shared doesn't show it. Anything that's like a meme doesn't show it. And then I can like...
It also deletes it off of your...
So basically, what it does is it just gets text posts from people that like I'm friends with, and then pictures that they post. No like macros or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's like I scroll through for 30 seconds.
You're done.
Get an update, and then I'm just like, all right, cool. Like my what would she even be? It's my cousin's wife. I don't know even what that is, but
cousin-in-law.
Yeah, sure. Just see what she's up to with their children, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Instagram then, the other Facebook-owned social media, but
and Oculus Rift.
Yeah, but it's like in my opinion, Instagram is just supremely better than
it
Facebook
cuts
in
the
every
fat.
way. It cuts the fat. Like I personally much more enjoy seeing pictures than pretty much anything because it tells a story. You just see the actual person as opposed to with the rating.
I think what makes it so great, and you're talking about the extension, is that I don't have to see what other people like. I only see what I'm following. Like I don't have to see.
Yeah, it doesn't say like so and so liked this.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I don't like follow those fucking Instagram. What do they call them? Models.
Influencers.
I don't follow those fucking people.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
You're missing out.
Yeah.
Some good content.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some,
quality humor in that.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. But like I don't have to see like other people share that shit like Facebook. Like I don't have to see that cringy stuff. So I just follow who I want.
Yeah.
And when someone starts posting like either like overly slutty or like overly sad things, I just unfollow them.
Yeah. I recently found out about the mute feature. Have you heard of this?
I did not know about that.
You can still follow somebody, but you just won't see any of their posts. So they think that you're following them.
So it doesn't break their heart.
Yeah, but you don't see it either.
So instead, they're just not getting the likes from you, and they're watching you.
Yeah.
It's funny, just Facebook or Twitter and Instagram in general. I don't know if you guys noticed, but as we're 4th years, all of the people that like my shit now are like just UP like Michigan Tech people now.
Yeah.
Before they used to be like, I still get high school, and like people from home, but it's just like completely like front loaded with tech people now.
And I think Instagram's interesting too because it's probably the only one that really has people have fake accounts, Finstas, where they.
But
post,
it's funny.
But it's funny, yeah.
Yeah.
No, like that's their private account,
Yeah.
where they post all their dumb shit. I think that's really fun to follow those, especially if you know the person really well.
Dayton's is fucking great.
When you actually post on it.
Yeah, I haven't posted in a while.
I haven't posted since October on Instagram. It's crazy. The mountain biking video was the last video I posted, or photo or video.
Yeah, I remember that one.
The most, I will say the one problem I have with Instagram is when somebody like does share a post with me like through DM, but it's from a private account, so I can't see the
that's
post.
so
I
frustrating.
mean, like, just let me see it. Like, I don't want to go follow this fucking account, wait for them to reply.
I just told them to screenshot it and send it to me.
Exactly.
That's way better.
Yeah.
What about you? You use Instagram?
Yeah, I said I use Instagram.
Oh, okay.
I
you
like
use all of them.
Yeah, I like Instagram. I think it's interesting. Because it's exactly like cutting the fat off Facebook, essentially.
It's Well,
Well, especially because I know a lot, like my sisters and like other people, they post to both. Because when you can post to Instagram and you can send it to Facebook. Or
That's
Twitter.
what I did when I was in New Zealand. Because I had people like specifically tell me before I left. They were like, "I don't have Instagram."
Yeah.
But they had me on Facebook, so I was like, whatever.
Press the button, yeah.
Yeah, I think. Oh, the other cool thing about Instagram is Facebook and Twitter have this thing where they use an algorithm where like something that is like getting really popular, they'll show you first, and then they'll show you the other stuff that isn't as cool. But Instagram did that for a while, and everybody fucking threw a fit because like that's not why we
the
follow
non-chronological feed.
Yeah, non-chronological. Yeah, I forget the full name of it, but they reverted back because so many people are pissed. And I think that's a way better way. Like, I want to see the newest post and then scroll to the oldest.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the one you want me to see. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I'll get to it.
I have one more bone to pick. Is when in Instagram stories, when people tag fucking restaurants or some shit like that, and they put it where you're tapping through, like in the like bottom right hand corner of the screen, and you end up clicking into it. I'm like, just I know you're doing that on purpose, but I don't like it at all. Or when people like repost other people's stories, and you have to click like on the very border.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The worst part is, so the aspect ratio of my phone is so thin because it's so tall.
So you have some narrow as
So it's
bells.
super narrow because it fits to the side
Right.
or to the top, excuse me.
Yeah.
And so you miss parts off the sides, and then there's less space to tap to the side.
Yeah.
Truly a
skip
problem of our generation.
It's
There's too
it's
many
just a
phone aspect
pain.
ratios.
Yeah.
And then like I try to tap it and it like brings up whatever. It's like
Yeah.
fuck this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you don't even have to see, like, the stories are just like, I mean, they're up at the top, but you can totally ignore them.
Yeah, but I can't. I have like that
I
OCD shit
ignore-
where I
I
have to
ignore.
go through it.
I
Yeah,
ignore it
Patty
for
has
the
that
most
thing too where she'll go through every fucking Snapchat story, like, and because she needs it to be clean, or like, you know, it'll like send it to the right of the screen, so she has to do it.
Oh,
Like,
there's
it's-
definitely
but it's
stories I'll
like-
just skip.
but, like,
past,
some of them are
people
just,
I don't
like-
care about.
Fucking people at concerts posting 2-minute fucking Snapchat or Instagram
But does she
stories.
sit there and watch the entire videos?
She'll skip them after
'Cause
a while.
I-
Like, she'll
when I
watch
go
like the
through-
first three. I'm like, Patty, you don't even want to watch this, dude. She's like, no. I'm like, get rid of it. Swipe.
So I have a weird
Or you
thing.
could just tap through it.
Well,
like
you
wanna
can
make 'em
swipe
happy.
now. You can swipe through users.
So I
Yeah,
have-
no, but I'm saying tap through if they have like 80 videos in a
Oh.
row, so it actually gets rid of them. Because if you
Right,
yeah.
swipe, it's still gonna show up on the
okay.
side.
So I have a weird habit between Instagram stories and Snapchat stories. So Instagram stories, I have to go through all of them, but I rarely like actually like look at the things. I literally just tap through. If I see something interesting in a half a second, I'll go back and look at it. But I literally like.
What's the point?
You gotta
then?
catch my attention in like a quarter of a second.
Then what's the point of
I just
clicking
need,
through?
I need the top to be clear. I don't know. It's that OCD shit. But with Snapchat, it's completely different. Because Snapchat curates whichever stories you watch the most, it puts those in the front.
Right.
So if you watch a certain person's like every single day, it'll always put their stories up front. But if
Does
somebody
it
only
actually?
watched, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
That's-
because
yeah.
it must, because it's not alphabetical. And I know a lot of the people I
It's
don't
not
go.
I
chronological
thought
either.
I thought it was just chronological.
No. Well, they maybe it used to be, but now it's whoever people's stories you watch the most.
I
Because it
think-
gives you that preview. It's like, this is their story. Do you want to tap in to watch it, or do you want to swipe?
Wait, what preview?
Like when you
There's,
click on
like, the
somebody's
little
story,
bubble.
it'll say like they have like the picture and like their name,
Yeah,
and then you click again, and then you actually see it,
yeah,
or you can swipe past them, right?
yeah.
So yeah, the people you watch the most, it puts us in the front. So when I go to Snapchat, I watch like the first like 4. There's very few people on Snapchat I could give a shit about, and then I just don't watch the rest.
Right.
I think Instagram does that too.
Yeah, they probably do.
Because, so I follow Bert Kreischer on Instagram, and he posts so much. It is,
It's like
it's
80
borderline
a day.
spam.
Isn't it like 80 a day or something like that?
Something like that.
Jesus
it is,
Christ.
It is horrible.
Wait, posts or stories?
Stories.
Okay, yeah.
But he posts quite a bit too.
Yeah.
And oh my god, I stopped watching them
mute
because
Mute them.
I should, but it's like some of the stuff he posts, like it's him like vlogging and like him just talking into the camera, and it's like I don't give a fuck, right? Like screw all this shit. And I followed someone else. I think it was Killer Mike from Run the Jewels. He's a rapper.
Okay.
Because he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he has a show on Netflix. It was really good. And I was like, oh, he's got an Instagram. Like, I'll follow him. Like, he's a cool guy. Oh my god, he posts probably like 10 photos a day.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Why doesn't he just do it in
Twice
the
that
gallery?
stories. I don't know.
The funny thing is, he's probably not even the one doing it. He probably is a coordinator.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably. But it's
That's just fucking spam, though.
and half of his stories are like reposts of other people's stories saying, "Watch his Netflix special. It's really good.
Yeah.
Watch this. Watch that. Like Killer Mike, you're the best." Like it's all this garbage.
Yeah.
Like it's so annoying.
Can't do it.
I really like.
But I respect him as a person, so I don't want to unfollow him.
And mute them. You mute them.
Yeah.
I
You
should.
still get the follow, but you don't have to see their shit. I'm telling you, man, it's revolutionary.
Yeah.
I really like Instagram's feature where you can take a picture in the app and like post it immediately.
yeah. I feel like a lot of shit has that. God damn it,
I'm
dude.
completely joking. That's an awful feature.
I've never done that once.
I always
I've
end
done
up
it.
like swiping, and then it's just like the camera's just like, it's on the front facing camera, and you're just like looking down at your phone, like your triple chin showing. You're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I cannot swipe out of that.
Who's that gremlin?
I only use that feature when I'm doing an all black background. If I need to just like, say like for the podcast last week, I put up some text stories.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So, like, I just needed to,
I
like,
can
get a
see the
black thing.
usefulness in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like for like most people who take like nice pictures,
Oh yeah.
You don't use the
Yeah.
fucking Instagram.
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
useless.
Well, and it uses a different, like, it doesn't use
Software.
your camera.
Right,
Like
right.
Google's camera or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, let's transition to Snapchat. All right. I feel like Snapchat's interesting because like, we're the last generation to like really use it a lot. Like people older than us don't really use it, and people younger than us don't really use
who
it
else
anymore.
uses it? Like, what's the new thing then?
Instagram.
But,
yeah, 'cause
According-
Instagram has like the Snapchat feature of like disappearing images.
Yeah.
dude,
And you have DMs in Instagram. Instagram and YouTube are like the hot, and TikTok, unfortunately, are the hot like social media. things
I think
for
you mean
younger
fortunately.
people. But yeah, Snapchat is dying for everyone except for us.
that's crazy.
But I mean, we use it extensively because our house group chat is.
We
in
have like,
Snapchat.
I have so many group chats I'm in.
Yeah.
It's like,
But yeah, like you're saying, I use that more to text than anything else.
yeah.
We rarely actually send actual photos, only when we're like apart from each other, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Patty's the only person that I consistently send like face pictures to.
Yeah.
She's the only person I have a streak with, which is pretty pathetic. Me and Jacob had one that was like over 1,000, which was really sad. But right now we have a 677 day one.
You and Patty or you and Jacob?
Me and Patty. Me and Jake had one that was over 1,000 because it was like, but we broke it because we're like, it's fucking stupid why we're doing this. Like after like 1,000 days, we're like, oh, why the fuck are we doing this again?
I totally forgot about streaks, man. Those were a thing in high school.
Oh yeah.
Or like, remember when they had the best friend feature?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah,
Like,
you
everyone
could
was
see
that
that.
caused
That-
so
yeah.
much drama where you could
Yeah.
see other people's best friends.
You're like, oh, you're talking to this girl now. Oh,
Yeah.
I see how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember purposely sending snaps to like Jake or someone else so they'd bump up so I could like bump a person down so nobody could see that I was talking to them.
Just spam someone else.
Just send like 20 snaps of fucking nothing.
See, I got into Snapchat later because I thought it was dumb, and I still think it's dumb. Because I hate.
Really? Says the guy who's always taking selfies.
Okay, well,
Oh, yeah. Called out.
it's so hard to have a conversation on
Oh, they're
Snapchat.
DMing a single person. We have to save everything. Is
Well,
fucking
you know they
crazy.
fixed that, right? You can have it where you save your preferences.
Yeah.
And so,
I
like,
need to do that. 'cause
me
I
and
haven't
Patty's
yet.
messages overwrite every 24 hours.
Yeah,
So
I
if
think you can make it permanent.
And you can
too.
make it permanent too, but we did 24 hours because like it's fucking it'd be so clogged with shit.
Yeah. But yeah, no, well, like, and two, that was like before the
Yeah.
DMing or texting thing.
Twitter DMing.
Yeah. But yeah, I was very against Snapchat for a while, and then my friends peer pressured me into it.
I mean, that was the way you were with Reddit for a while.
Yeah.
Where you're like, fuck Reddit, and then you got it.
Well, I was even later than Joseph.
Yeah.
I was lit to the game on all this shit. Like I didn't get a Snapchat until like junior, senior year of high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was my junior year of high
I
school.
didn't get Facebook until my second year of college. I didn't get Instagram until second year of college. I didn't get Reddit until second year of college because I remember meeting you guys and I got on Reddit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I
So
got
I was
on Reddit.
super late to the game and
Yeah, you
everything.
guys.
I haven't
Which
even had
I
Reddit
could-
a year yet.
I think I've had mine for like 5 or more. I don't know. I
gotta
started
say,
using it
though,
in high school.
I'm so thankful I didn't have Facebook when I was younger because I have no dumb shit pictures of me up, and it's so nice.
I
I
have
have-
photos.
I like my
Hilarious.
old pictures. They're
I do
funny.
too. Mine are freaking hilarious. Like whenever they pop up in my feed, like I had one of me just like doing this awful pose in my kitchen that popped up from like 8 years ago the other day.
There's the one of you just standing like 3 feet away from a sports car.
Oh, dude, that was when I was in like literally 6th grade.
Yeah, it was so funny because you're like trying to be cool next to a car, but you're like not even within arm's reach of it.
I remember the conversation that I had. My older sister, she's like, hey Dayton, stand a little bit closer to the car so that like it looks better in the picture. And I was like, I remember being like terrified. I was like, what if the owner comes out and like sees me right next to his nice sports car? Like, I was like super freaked out about it.
Yeah. All right, and then finally let's talk about Twitter briefly. Dayton, you don't go on it ever.
No, I do follow Black people Twitter, white people Twitter, and Scottish people Twitter on Reddit though.
Scottish people Twitter is a gold mine.
You need a separate dictionary to follow that.
It is so good. There's quite the learning curve, but man, once you figure it out, once you crack the code.
So I feel like Twitter is interesting for our generation because
we kind of missed it.
We missed it. Like the people older than us use it a ton, but nobody our age really uses that heavily. I know like I have a few friends in high school who use it, but like I don't know a lot of people. I personally use it mostly for news, and by news I mean entertainment news, not like actual news.
Yeah.
I just follow a lot of like gaming personalities and sites and stuff, and just kind of get news that way, or just people I like. But I only have a few friends that I follow. I mean, I follow like Gabe and Joseph and like a few other people. But
I follow I think I follow more people from high school on Twitter than I do on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I got a Twitter I think I needed one for a class in high school because we had a class
Oh, yeah,
Twitter.
I remember that.
And it's like some dumb
And
shit.
you had to tweet so many times or something?
Yeah, well, yeah. And then, so like I've had it for a while and I never really got into it. And then like in the past year or so, I've kind of started getting more into it and following more people. But
I like it. There's some really funny shit on Twitter. Like if you follow the right people, like there's some really funny jokes and stuff you can see.
Yeah. I think like the basic jokes or basic memes on Twitter they're equally as bad as Facebook memes.
Yeah.
Because there's some formats on Twitter that are like just for Twitter and like they're so fucking
Dude, when
dumb.
they fucking try to make a meme but they use it using only text.
Yeah.
Have you seen that shit? It's so bad.
It doesn't make sense.
Just post a picture,
But,
please.
I don't know. I follow a lot of like bands that I like and like other stuff that I use it more for that, like saying people.
Yeah, because you can find out, there's a new album out.
Exactly, and like that's sometimes the best way to like interact with certain like groups of people, or like even like see like their news, like they post more there than like Facebook.
Yep.
And also like, I don't have my fucking aunt, my aunts and shit on Twitter.
also, Donald Trump tweets, and holy shit, is it hysterical.
God. The global warming one.
Oh my god.
Was fucking hilarious.
It's
if
so
it wasn't
good.
so sad.
Well, an opinion I've heard about that is really interesting to me is that, so obviously he just tweets like the dumbest shit all the time, and it's like,
Constantly.
why are you allowed to tweet? But
He has no filter. Like I don't think they have a guy that's like, wait, maybe you shouldn't. He just like fucking tweets.
the problem is a lot of people will quote tweet him and be like, oh, this is the worst, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So he'll get a ton of fucking like retweets and quote tweets, and that just spreads the message more, and that actually helps him out.
Yeah.
Because then you get the people who like
Actually defend him.
You get that, but also people who just like seeing for lack of a better term, like snowflakes pissed off.
Yeah.
It's like, haha, yeah, fuck you, you're all riled up. So they're just making the problem worse by quote
Right.
tweeting and complaining. Like if they just shut up, if nobody said anything about Donald Trump's tweets, the problem would go away.
It's kind of like the whole "don't feed the trolls" thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I feel like it's like I'll quote unquote trolls, like the internet trolls. They're the ones that like seeing like the, everyone get all riled up about that stuff.
Yeah, I actually had someone on Twitter probably it was a couple months ago. I like tweeted some stupid shit about like making a joke about a Victory Royale or something when like Fortnite got big. It wasn't even funny. But, like I thought it was funny, so I tweeted it.
Yeah.
And this guy that I like barely knew like replied back and like made some super aggressive statement. Like he was from like the town. He's from Owasso, but he was like trying to start something, and I was like, I'm not even gonna reply to this guy. I don't even fucking like. I talked to him like once my whole life. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
He just wants me to reply. And I was like looking through his page. Like then I was like looking through his page, and he was like trying to start fights that night. I'm like, how's that fun? I was like, I don't even fucking know you.
Well, that's what I want to transition into is what are the issues with social media. And I think Twitter and Facebook in particular have a huge negativity problem. And it's just,
politics, dude.
Well, that's the negativity. It's all just a bunch of hate spewing, Like, and the problem is, same problem you have with texting, is it's so hard to convey tone over text. And somebody might just be trying to, like,
make a meme.
give you, like, just constructive criticism or just, like, say their opinion, but you read it and it comes off as, like, attacking you.
Yeah.
And then it just...
You get into defense mode.
Yeah,
defense mode,
you
becomes a
read
whole
it
thing.
how you want it.
Yeah.
How you more or less want it.
I read something a while ago, and it said, like, some super high percentage of people, this was only emails, and it was saying how almost everyone will read emails in a negative tone, regardless of if, like, the sender meant it to be negative or positive.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm sure emojis in email.
Well, emojis do help though. Like, I mean, as like joking,
or like just add it.
Yeah.
I know. If I don't put
something.
LOL or haha at the end of a text or something, I feel like a prick sometimes.
Yeah. You gotta set that tone.
Well, even doing like just a normal ASCII smiley face can come off as passive aggressive to me. Like I read it, like, "Oh, you motherfucker!" Like
that colon parenthesis.
Yeah.
That
you didn't even emoji that.
No,
but
like,
I mean, you can use emojis in like sarcastic ways
Exactly.
too. Like Rocket League, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, they're not emojis, but like they're quick
What a
chats. Just
save
like
and
what a
shit.
save or like good game or like good
Yeah.
job or whatever. It's just like those never get used seriously.
yeah.
I love spamming wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
What was the same?
I was gonna say, like, I never comment on Twitter because I'm so afraid of that. Because I had one bad experience, which wasn't even that bad, but it was around E3. And if you don't know what E3 is, it's like this big video game conference that happens every year. But somebody was tweeting about this video game, and it was Gabe, so it was Cyberpunk. Okay. So how to explain this in layman's terms?
This wasn't even that long ago.
No. So basically, there's this video game that was shown at this press conference, and only people who were there got to see it. People who were not there, like, you know, us.
They just could only tweet and talk about what they saw.
The people who were there got to tweet about what they saw, but the public did not get to see any footage, okay?
Yeah.
This guy I was reading just the thread, and this guy, like, tweeted, like, why won't they release the footage to the public? I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been following news for a long time, and I know why. It's because usually games are in a subpar state at that point. So, like, people who are in the industry...
show the bugs.
Yeah, people who are in the industry understand, like, okay, this game's not ready to release yet, so it's not going to look as good. Mm-hmm. But if the public sees that shit, like, oh, this game looks terrible. It's like, yeah, it looks terrible. It's not been out for 3 years. Yeah. But anyway, so this guy's like, why don't we get to see it? I'm like, so it's like, oh, hey, this is because of this, and this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just being very respectful, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then this third guy chimed in and just started, like, undercutting me. And I'm like, okay, like, I know what I'm talking about. Like, whatever.
You're just trying to help out.
I'm just trying to help out. So then I, like, replied back to him. Then he, like, replied back, and then he put, like, a smiley face at the end to, like, indicate that he probably was not trying to be, like, aggressive. And I wasn't being aggressive either. But I still read the smiley face as, like, kind of, like...
that extra, like salt in the wound.
Exactly. It's like, ha, like you're making fun of me and then smiling, like, to rub it in. Yeah. And I just had to stop. I'm like, I know I'm right. I'm not going to prove that I'm right in this context, and it's just going to be bad if I try to keep going. Because, like I said, it's just so hard to convey, like, anything over text. So I just don't comment anymore because, like, I don't want to, like, start shit with anybody.
Yeah, I feel like Twitter and Facebook have a lot of bait, I guess. Like, there's posts or stuff that's like, I really want to say something. Yeah. But, like, there's no fucking point because they're not going to listen to me anyways.
Yeah. I try really, really hard, especially on Twitter, to never post anything negative. Because there's already too much of that shit anyway, and I really try hard. Either I post dumb jokes that I think are funny, or just, like, I don't know, just positive things, I guess.
That being said, follow Jacob at Jacob Tom. I don't
even know. I don't even remember what it is.
JT
Humps. It's something dumb. It's like jamming thump because I couldn't get something good. Do not follow.
I mean, my handle's pretty shit too. Like,
but like I remember there was one time last semester where I was having like a really like rough day. I was trying to do this like these simulations for some research I was doing, and it just like kept fucking failing for like 3 hours. I was so fed up, and I wrote out the tweet like, "Oh, I just fucking love it when like you're doing all this shit and it just is worthless." And I looked at it and I like deleted it. 'Cause I'm like, what would I get out of this? Nothing. People would just see my like complaining and be like, "Oh, you're just trying to get sympathy." Yeah. Like I would not. There's nothing positive coming out of that.
I mean, I think like because I catch myself trying to do that too, and like I definitely did. Embarrassingly in like sophomore year of high school. So if you scroll way the fuck back, you can see when I broke up with my girlfriend.
Wow.
Don't do it, please. They're really bad.
Well, I know what I'm doing tonight.
Anyways, I think you just want like the sympathy, and at some point, like you don't want to admit it to yourself, but you like want someone else to like feel bad for you.
But you're not gonna get it.
But you want to justify that feeling. Yeah. You know, you want to be like, I want someone to realize that my life sucks right now, just so I can justify being pissed. Yeah.
And like I wish social media was more positive. It's just by the nature of the beast, it's not gonna be.
I think it's really easy to fall into that type of trap though. To like tweet that type of stuff, because like, so some people it's just like getting it off their chest because they have no one else to talk to. It's like, oh, I'll talk to my 5 followers or something, you know.
Because like the problem is, it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you go on Facebook and somebody has, like I said, has like a 3-page rant about their day or politics, you're like, God, fuck this guy, you know, like,
Yeah.
just throwing up. But at the other hand, like, oh, look, my son did so good in his swim tournament. Look how
Yeah.
great he is. I was like, oh, now they're bragging.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't win either way.
exactly.
That's why I just straight up don't post anywhere ever.
That's
That's
why I stick to dumb jokes on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to tweet dumb jokes more. I want to get into that, but it's like, none of these people that follow me care.
Yeah.
And they're not going to find what I
mean,
find funny.
If I get at least like 3 likes, I'm happy.
That's what it goes back to, though. I have more Michigan Tech people on Twitter now, so like now they'll like get my stupid UP jokes.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix the problem though. I mean, I think it has to be like a personal thing where you try to be more positive, but.
I did comment on one post on Facebook when I was drunk.
Oh yeah.
But that was solely because it was a garage sale post or page where like people were trying to sell stuff, and this guy was trying to sell a computer that was not worth at all what it was costing.
Yeah.
And historically on that site, people buy shit anyways because they just don't know what they're getting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I wrote a very polite paragraph explaining the breakdown of that was too expensive and that they needed to, lower the price for it to be reasonable. Because they're charging more than it would have cost to build it yourself new.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Wait. Were they? That may have been like a labor fee though.
No, it was used.
Oh.
And like some of the parts were like pretty shitty graphics card, and they were like selling it as a gaming computer. And I was like, at the very end, I was like, this is a decent computer if you're looking to play like CS:GO and Rocket League. But if you're looking for anything out like AAA's, you're not gonna hit blah blah blah. Give it a bigger. Paid like immediately. It's like deleted the next one because I wanted to check. The next one I deleted. And then a week later, he posted the same thing but lowered the price, $150.
Yeah.
So I felt good about that.
See, that's a good thing.
I wasn't trying to be rude, and I said I made it very clear. But I'm sure when they write like that fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're not trying to be rude, buddy.
And I probably sounded snobby as fuck. And you go on my page and it says works as a computer technician. So like this fucking nerd,
Sees your nerdy pictures from like when you're 13.
Exactly. They're like this motherfucker. But
one of the funniest things I've heard about. Now I haven't encountered this, but like I follow like Greg Miller on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
He's talked about when he was back at IGN, he'd just get a ton of hateful comments about his videos, right? Because there's those people you're gonna get, and sometimes he'd get a comment on Twitter from some guys like calling him like obscenities, like the worst things. He'd go to that guy's page and see like he has like a family and stuff, and like his bio is like super nice, like loves Jesus,
right, yeah.
2 beautiful daughters. And meanwhile he's like calling him like a fag and shit. It's like, yeah, this definitely adds up. So you just like quote tweeting and like call him out.
Yeah.
And I think he's now said like I kind of regrets doing that because that's kind of a shitty thing to do. But also it's like
hilarious,
come on, like
these
people are so hypocritical,
It's so easy to get mean behind social media though.
I think it's just because there's like partial anonymity.
Yeah.
So you lose like the empathy between people.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping you from just typing out like a message on your laptop or whatever, sending it off,
and then it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
And
you don't have to see the person's reaction. You have to see anything.
Yeah.
You just get that off your chest and you're done.
Like
well, especially on like Reddit too. Like you just see
Mm-hmm.
At least on Twitter, there's a picture, but a lot of times you just have like a fake picture. It's
Right.
it's just some like character from
like,
the show or something.
If I were to call you like a bitch in person, like obviously I'm fucking.
You call me a bitch every day.
Exactly.
That's 'cause
I'm
you're a
joking.
bitch.
But like if I didn't know you and I just saw you like post something like, oh you fucking bitch, like to your face, like that's gonna immediately create tension. But on fucking Facebook and Twitter, like you will never see me in my life, so it's like, oh, I'm just call this person a bitch.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's like it's a lack of consequence that
Exactly.
really festers it.
That's what
There's
I'm
no
saying.
consequence, and like sites say they have moderation. There are mods who are out. There's not. There's not at all. I mean, we didn't bring up the fact like Gus Johnson, who's one of our favorite YouTubers in the house, just did a post about Chris Brown or a video about Chris Brown. And now he's
14
still
minutes long.
yeah he's still getting
Hate tweets.
he's still getting jobs in the industry after all the shit he's done, like abusing women and stuff.
Oh, I thought you said people were hate tweeting it.
No. Well, that's the thing is like people tweet like post like he's got like recently like a few weeks ago he got detained in France for like on rape allegations.
Yeah.
And it's like okay yeah, and then the devout Chris Brown followers will show up and be like, oh he's he's still the best, his music's still great, this is all fake, he's the best. It's like how are these people so delusional, or it's probably just bots, like who knows,
Yeah.
But like there's just so much shit out there.
I would say that's another negative connotation of social media is it creates like these people that are supposed to appear as like better than people. I mean that happens with like celebrities too. But like some of these people who are like celebrities or famous or whatever are just like complete pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But people look up to them.
Yep.
Because like I mean they'll never. I mean they may meet up at like a meetup or whatever, but like they just feed into their garbage. Like especially like kids and like YouTube. That's like fucking terrible because some of these people literally are just the worst. Like I mean, IDubbbz fucking
Paul.
content cop and stuff like those are
Yeah.
You see all like how some of those people act, and it's just like holy shit.
Ray Scallon and Jake Paul.
Yeah, but they get they get so much money for just literally being like pieces of garbage.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Dane, I want to ask you in particular. So you said you kind of take breaks from social media a lot. Do you think that helps your mental state? Because I mean, there's been a lot of like studies showing that like high social media usage like leads to depression, stuff like that. Have you found any difference in that?
I don't really know because a long time ago I went through like Facebook and Instagram and I unfollowed everyone that like wasn't in like my immediate life pretty much. So like my family and like close friends of mine or even just like Michigan Tech friends, unfollowed all of them. Like no celebrity pages, a few mountain biking pages and like motorcycle pages and landscape photography because I like those.
Yeah.
But really outside of that, it was just like close friends of mine. So I already knew what they were doing anyway.
Right.
And
It's just cool to see it.
Yeah, it was cool to see like kind of their perspective on it and like see like the images with like the story that they just told me.
Yeah.
So I would say that I don't know, I'm kind of like biased in that sense because I'm not like a normal user already.
Yeah, you curate really heavily.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just do it because I don't like wasting that much time on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
And at least how I justify using Reddit is that I could theoretically learn stuff on Reddit.
Yeah.
But
theoretically.
TIL.
There can be some interesting discussions and stuff, especially
Ask Reddit
because I
has
know
some fucking great questions sometimes.
that's true. And then like I know you follow like a lot of camping pages and like ultralight backpacking. And
I learn a lot on the ultralight
gear
subreddit
pages stuff.
and like gear swap pages and personal finance and stuff like that. I follow a lot of text-based subreddits.
Yeah.
And then of course the meme ones, but
yeah. Like Reddit's great if you really like need to know something specific or want to learn more about a topic.
Yeah.
Or also laugh.
yeah.
Or just waste ungodly amounts of time.
Yeah, like I made Patty a Reddit account and it's all just dogs and cats.
Yeah,
And
you can
she
do that.
fucking loves it because dogs and cats. But,
Does she follow baby elephant gifs?
I
Because
don't
she
think
should.
so.
That subreddit is fucking.
I just showed her dogs with jobs over the weekend.
Oh,
Fucking
I can imagine she'd eat that up.
She just loved it. But like, I mean, I use it. Like, I follow IT subs, and there's some very interesting stuff on
Tales
there.
from tech support.
That stuff is funny too. But I'm saying there's like
Support board.
networking and
So good.
like other ones that are just like people
Like-
asking questions or like
Oh,
how to
okay,
learn
okay.
stuff. And like I use Reddit all the time. Like, if you guys know my username, but if you go through it, you can like see me asking a bunch of questions. Like I use it all the time to, like if I'm getting into a new hobby, or if I'm like trying to like understand something, I go on Reddit and ask questions because people are super helpful in there.
Yeah, and there's some really good communities too. Like I'm part of the Kind of Funny community just because I've been a fan of them for almost 3 years now.
Do you
And
post there regularly?
I not regularly.
You just lurk?
I lurk a lot,
Okay.
but I do comment. I usually comment when I see a post where somebody's reaching out for help. You see a lot of people who are struggling with the depression or anxiety and they just don't know what to do. And I'll try to get in there and like give my 2 cents and just try to help them out a little bit from my experience. And that community is really like supportive and stuff, so that's really good. But I don't go on there as much as I probably should. But I think I definitely though spend way too much time on social media just because I use it as a distraction and kind of a defense mechanism. A lot of times, like if I'm like in public and
You don't want to talk to people.
I don't want to talk to people. I don't know anybody. Or
Oh yeah, I do that all the
you know,
time.
I have my phone rotation, Gabe, and let me break this down for you, right? I do these apps in this order every single time.
Jesus,
First
I'm not
thing-
that disciplined.
It's another like it's like an OCD thing. I don't know what it is.
Discipline's probably the
First
wrong
thing I
word.
open IGN, and I scroll through the headlines. I rarely read an article, Gabe, but I read the headlines of what's going on.
Is their
in the
video
industry.
player still shite?
It's better, but it's not great. I usually watch their videos on YouTube because they're posted anyway. So first, IGN, check the headlines. Second, I go to YouTube, check my subscriptions. All right, anything new. All right. Then I go to Snapchat, check the stories. Like I said, I check the first like 4 because I don't give a shit about people. A lot of Snap stories are dumb, and concerts and stuff. Then I go to Instagram. Step 1, scroll through the post. Step 2, clear out those stories. All right, I don't want to see them.
I don't want to see them.
As fast as possible, click it through. If you want to get
It just
my
sounds
attention,
like work.
hey dude, It is. It's a time waster.
Yeah.
Next, Twitter. I scroll through until I feel like I've seen as much as I want to see, which is, whatever. Or I get
2
back
pages.
2 pages until I get back to what I've seen before, right?
Yeah.
And then I go to Reddit. I scroll until I'm satisfied, which could be infinity because Reddit is just endless and bottomless.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to be like, all right, I'm gonna go to new.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then it's
I never get there. I never go to.
Or you just find like a subreddit that you like found a really cool post and you're like, oh, top of all time, and then you're going through all
Yeah.
that shit because you get like the best of the best.
Next one I go to is Pocket Casts, and I see if there's any new podcasts for me to download. Finally, I stop at the old Gmail, and I check both my email accounts, and I see if there's anything popping off there I need to reply to. Or what's
It's a lot of work just to get to your emails.
Yeah, it's just like I need to kill more time.
Yeah.
And then worst case scenario, I go to my games folder and I play a game.
Yeah.
But
Desert golf.
yeah, Desert Golf is the shit. But yeah, it's like go through that rotation probably 4 times a day.
Wow.
And then I always check Facebook at the end of the day to see if there's any new notifications and
That's
stuff
crazy.
like that. But it's an OCD thing, and I gotta do it just to kill time. If I'm ever like in an awkward situation, I just go through my rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst is on weekends, because there's less new content on weekends, and then I'm through it in like 5-10 minutes, and I'm like, shit, I don't know.
Right.
But
Yeah, I catch myself when I'm doing homework. It's never Twitter or well, it's sometimes Twitter, but I'll get to like a problem that's like really hard and like stresses me out, and then like I just gravitate to my phone and
Yep.
I hit Reddit. I'm like, oh, this is like you get that little like satisfaction of it, like I don't know, reading or something stupid.
Yeah.
But I have to like tell myself like, hey, put the fucking phone away, because like I'll do a problem like I just without even thinking about it, I'll grab my phone and like go through Reddit.
I just toss my phone on my bed.
Yeah, I've been doing that lately.
I really enjoy the Pixel 3's Do Not Disturb feature, where if you just put the phone face down on a table, it'll go and Do Not Disturb. So I won't get like, cause if I get like Snapchats while I'm doing homework, I just like have to check it immediately. But if I put it face down, it automatically sounds everything, which is so nice.
Snapchat's the one that I always check, like, and again, I'm in like 4 group chats, so there's usually notifications.
Yeah.
So that's one interesting thing. So when I got Snapchat, I was like, I don't want this to be a big thing. Like, I still would rather text people than do this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want this to be known as a great way to communicate with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always had sounds off on Snapchat. So it doesn't vibrate when I get a Snapchat. It doesn't make a sound. The one day a year I have the sound on. That one time you might have your sound on your phone.
You're right.
But so yeah, my phone never vibrates with a Snapchat, so I never have that as a distraction, which is nice now because that's kind of like the main way a lot of us, send stupid shit to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, even like the other day, like I was, in Marquette, and you guys, there's like 20 fucking things, and I just felt like,
God.
I mean, I was like at a bar, so it's not like I was doing anything important, but I still felt obligated to like keep up on it.
Dude, that was like out of the ordinary how fast that chat was
There
going.
was like 30
Well, there were
fucking
4 of
messages.
us at a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
so we
typing
can tell
in.
that story. So me, Dayton, Joseph, one of our friends, were at a bar, and we're just like, we have like a group chat with all of our friends from kind of Michigan.
There's probably like, 15 people on there?
Yeah.
At this
More
point?
than that.
It might even be closer to 20.
Yeah, so we have a lot of people in this chat. And so, I don't know how it started. We started like kind of talking in it, and then kind of people were replying really quickly. So it got to the point where all of us were like, standing at the bar with our phones on the bar, just like all typing at the same time. And the bartender comes over and she's like, are you guys like on a group chat? We're like, oh yeah. And she's like, are you guys just in it with each other? You guys just talking to each other while you're standing next to each other? It's like, oh no, there's other people in this. Like, we're not that weird. But
And she's like, okay, that's way better.
I just counted. There's 20 people in the chat.
yeah, so, but that was funny because were just going back and forth for probably like 10 minutes.
It
constantly.
was probably about that. Yeah.
It was fun. I mean, social media gets a bad rap, but I think it's a really good way to connect with people in that sense, But
Yeah, I'm more likely to open up a Snapchat if it's from like if it's from like our group,
Yeah.
than it is from like an individual. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like I'll reply to it when I feel like replying to it. It's not like I like want to wait, but it's just like I don't want to be bothered with it right now.
Yeah.
see, I'm the opposite. If I get an individual one, that takes priority because it's out of the ordinary for me. Because usually everything I get is from a group chat, so and that I'm like I can check later. But if it's an individual, I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be urgent or like specific to me.
Urgent.
Well, it's like they're expecting me specifically to reply. I reply a lot in our group chat because I just don't feel obligated to.
Yeah.
But if it's a specific individual Snapchat, I'm like, oh shit, they're trying to get a hold of me.
Yeah, I mean the one time that I will reply like right away, is like if I get one, is if I'm like in my bed, Because it's just like I have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
If I'm on campus, I'm probably on my laptop doing schoolwork.
Yeah.
If I'm home and like I'm not asleep, I'm either like with you guys or like other
Playing
housemates.
Skyrim.
Playing Skyrim. You know, doing
Can't have
like
any
that.
distractions when you're there.
Dude, I gotta freaking blast the trolls somehow.
Yikes.
I pride myself in that I usually reply to messages very quickly. Like if I'm, you know, the only times I wouldn't reply quickly is I'm like into like a video game or if I'm in the shower.
Yeah.
Besides that, if I get something, I'll check it right away and I'll reply right away.
I'm that way with texts, but like anything else,
Yeah.
don't
Texting
bother.
Dayton is definitely the easiest way to get a hold of him.
Unless you're at the GLRC and there's no service down there.
I get service in GLRC.
They have Wi-Fi there.
Yeah.
They're not animals.
Yeah, but you can't. I can't text you though.
Yeah, you can.
Why not? Well, I thought we couldn't text you because of the
He just
SMS.
didn't reply to you. Get
When?
over it.
I don't know. Back when I had my iPhone, I couldn't get a hold of you by text when you were at the GLRC.
Well, maybe in like certain regions of the GLRC, but anywhere in the boathouse, I get
No, okay. Never mind.
service.
But yeah, speaking of that though, I wish Android had within the text app like data messaging, like iMessages.
Oh yeah,
That'd be nice. That's
Isn't
like the
isn't
one
the
thing.
next gen of messaging?
Yeah, have you? You should read up on the newest version of Android Messenger.
What's it called? Is it RCF? Is that what it's called?
Something like that, but they're going off SMS. It's like rebuilt from the ground. It looks fucking awesome.
I'm very excited.
But I mean, it's
But I mean,
been
how is
so
that-
long.
Any different than using like WhatsApp or Snapchat? Or...
It's not.
It's not, but it's just easier. Like
Well, I mean, it's the fact that
you could use your contacts.
That's true.
yeah.
I remember on my flip phone when my mailbox was full, like having to empty out my mail.
Oh, I remember
remember
that
Remember
too.
shit?
Yeah.
Like I think I could hold 100 messages.
I think mine was like 500 or something, but yeah.
Yeah. But like,
No, maybe mine was way more. In middle school, I used to text a lot. It was not uncommon for me to get over 20,000 text messages in a month.
did you have unlimited text? Because
Yeah.
back then you had to pay for the
Yeah,
I
text.
didn't have unlimited text.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, I had.
we
I
had
think I
unlimited
had like
text.
2,000 texts a month, and I got close.
We had unlimited texts, and my dad obviously like would get the bill, and so like in high school,
You could see how many.
yeah.
People, oh, I know where this is
So
going.
my sister, like I didn't have a phone at this time, but my sister did, and my dad goes, "How did you send this many texts?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "I don't know, I just text people a lot." And he did the math, and it's like, you texted someone every like so many minutes or seconds. That's not including sleep. Like I don't remember what it was because it's obviously like
Something
5.
ridiculous,
But
though, I'm
it was hilarious how he went so in depth into this, and my poor sister was like,
Who cares?
"Bruh, I'm just texting people." Like,
Yeah, my
Yeah.
dad
But he-
every month would bring us the bill and be like, "All right, Tyler texted the most was so and so." Like he'd break it down. So you have this many left, and
now it's just data,
yeah, now it's all data.
and I get blamed for using the most data, which is not
Even though
true.
you're always on campus or here where you have
Exactly.
Wi-Fi,
Dude,
like-
my brother uses so much data. I'm like, dude, are you not signing into the Wi-Fi at your school? Like, how the fuck are you using 6 gigs a month? Like, I don't understand.
I don't even use that.
I
The
use like
thing
less than
is-
2.
The reason they blame me is because whenever I come home, we go over on data.
Oh.
But the
Well, it's 'cause
reason
there's no Wi-Fi there.
that's because our Wi-Fi is through our phone plan. So like we have Wi-Fi.
So you need like a jetpack or like a hotspot or whatever you call it.
Yeah, but it's still gonna use.
It's
Right,
still
yeah,
use the
but
data
it's a
for
data hotspot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's through our so it's through our data. So like, and I don't know if it's because it goes through a router, but my theory is that it's always like sending and receiving because it is going through a router, because that thing uses up over 2/3 of our data.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
And it's ridiculous because it's just my mom, my sister, and I.
Yeah.
And like, and my mom's like, "No, it's not that," and I'm like, "Well, it is. It is."
Well, I mean, you could even go onto your phone though and check how much data you actually use.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I'm connected to the Wi-Fi there, then it's counting that, and so my mom connects to the Wi-Fi. My dad uses the Wi-Fi.
But it's not even technically Wi-Fi, though. That's the funniest thing.
That's
Yeah.
and that's the worst part. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, we're running out of data. I can't connect to the Wi-Fi to
Yeah.
help that. It just doesn't blame me for it.
That's some fucking Stone Age shit.
It sucks.
All right, well, we're getting low on time here, and before we go, I want to do a short fun topic. All right. Now, let me intro this, okay? So we're at the KBC. All right. I'm wearing a flannel shirt. Okay, a flannel type shirt.
Get more UP. Like,
And me and Joseph got into a discussion like, is it really flannel? I didn't think it was a flannel because it wasn't thick enough. It wasn't like warm enough. It had a flannel pattern, but it wasn't.
But flannel isn't a pattern; it's just a material.
Okay, yeah.
It's
it
not
was
like
a plaid
it can be
flannel.
a thin flannel, but if it's the material where like versus a dress shirt.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that softer, more.
Yeah.
So I said I wouldn't call it a flannel. I'd call it a button up. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Dayton goes, well, is it a button up or a button down? Like, which way do you do it?
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like, well, okay, I personally start from the top, so it'd be a button down for me. You know.
But
And then
you say button up, but you're buttoning down.
you're buttoning from the top to the bottom. And then Dayton fucking goes, oh, I start in the middle. So
What?
So break this down. Like, what the fuck is going on with you, Dayton?
So you know what I do when I put on I'll call it a button middle up down.
A shirt with buttons. You got a button shirt.
shirt with
Buttoned shirt.
Yeah. You know, I put it on, got both my arms through the armholes, and I pull on both the sides to make sure it's like fitting me nice.
Yep.
And then, when I grab my like shirt, and like where the buttons are, I pull it this way. That's
You pull
somewhat
it out.
Yeah, pull it up. Not up.
You pull it away from your body.
Yeah.
To tighten on your back,
tighten on
on
my
your
back.
Up, not out.
And then my hands are already somewhat in the middle of my shirt, so I'm just like, oh, 2 buttons right here. I'll put these together.
You're a madman.
Oh,
You're a madman.
So I start buttoning it, and then I just keep on going downward, and then every once in a while they don't match up.
Every
Yeah.
once in a
Every
while.
once in
What's
a
your
while.
success rate?
I think it's every once in a while they do match up.
Yeah. It's gotta be like 30%.
Yeah, what's your success rate on this?
Dude, I don't know. I don't really put on button middles that often.
I cannot believe you do this.
Jesus.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Do you eat Kit Kats without breaking them off?
No, usually when I eat a Kit Kat, I just throw it on the ground and stomp on it and eat it then.
No, Gabe, do you start from the top like a normal
I'm a
person?
top, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because you get that extra one, you don't want
Yeah,
to go off.
that's what I'm
You
saying. You
don't
got the
wanna
extra on the
get-
bottom. You don't want to mess
And
with
if I
it.
go from the bottom, usually I like accidentally go on like the bottom one, and I'm off by one. So if you go off from
Oh, like that spare.
Yeah, that spare one. I
The
always
spare one's on the other side, isn't it?
It's
Sometimes.
it depends.
I
But
always
I always
go
start
back
at the
and
top because it's like I know where this needs to end.
Exactly. I always find the
Like-
top 2, which way you would do if you're wearing a tie. You're like, okay, I
Yeah.
don't want that. You go to the next one, and then
Yeah.
you start going.
Exactly.
Joseph, he's like showing a little chest hair. So
He's got a shirt underneath.
No, so the thing is, I wear shirts that more or less, like I don't wear a white shirt underneath very
Yeah.
often. So it's usually like a color that kind of matches the shirt I'm wearing above it.
Yeah.
So it's just a little flare I like to throw in there.
You open
know?
one more button up. Yeah.
And so I have the first 2 buttons usually undone. If it's a flannel. If it's a dress shirt, I'll do
Well, yeah.
the second button.
Yeah.
And
I
then
kinda wanna-
I have some shirts that are long and I won't bottom the bottom button. Or won't button the bottom button.
Do you tuck it in still? Or are you
No,
tuck it in?
I leave it open, but I don't bottom the button. The bottom
Wow,
button.
bottom of the button.
Wow. A lot of T's in there.
Yeah.
But that's just because it feels weird when I put my hands in my pockets. It's just
Yeah, no, I got you.
a thing with that.
I want to get some. I don't have any of these. I want to get some like base V-necks. Cause I feel like
Why do you want V-necks?
Yeah, that's what I wear.
Because like I feel like button up shirts or button down shirts look better with a V-neck underneath
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Especially if you open up another button, because then they match the same line. You know, if you have a crew neck underneath the button, it's like a V and a circle.
I
like,
mean,
conflicting.
even with like the V-neck, if you button it up the way that you have it, depending on the shirt, you can like it still doesn't even show.
Exactly, especially if it's like a bad color with that shirt or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I've been wearing those for a while. Whenever I throw on a button middle.
Because like we were watching like a stand-up comedy YouTube video. It's when he put on. It might have been you, Joseph. But the guy was wearing like a jacket, and then like I remember it was there was a dress shirt that had a few buttons open, but then he was wearing like a crew neck underneath, and it just looked fucking
It looked
terrible.
weird.
The colors were conflicting. I'm like, dude, if that was a V-neck, I wouldn't even care.
Yeah.
But it was just too much showing, and I didn't like it.
Got to get a deep V all the way down to your belly button.
Oh yeah, super deepy. Was there like an old SNL skit about that? I think there was.
I don't know.
When I first met Joseph, I didn't realize, like, I never thought, because, like, I have a few flannels, but I never thought of, like, putting anything besides a plain white tee underneath.
Yeah.
And, like, Joseph, like, right now, just doesn't wear, like...
It's a gray shirt.
He'll
He'll
wear...
No.
No.
You want to know what
we don't
gray
care.
shirt it is?
We don't care.
No.
But he-
why are you
anyways-
wearing that underneath?
Because I ran out of
Oh,
other...
I thought it was the Fortnite shirt.
No. No, it's...
Besides the point, I realized that you can have, like, normal shirts that, like, aren't graphic tees, which you have on right now.
Yeah.
But like, I'll put on like Michigan tech shirt underneath, and then put on the flannel. Looks fine.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, because you only see the collar.
exactly.
Anyway.
My play in Houghton, because it's fucking cold, is I wear a long sleeve tee underneath, give them extra warmth.
See, that doesn't help me because I don't own more than 2 shirts that the sleeves fit. So
Well,
Even like
being
this
lanky.
shirt, like the sleeves are still like short on it, but I just kind of
I
This
hate
shirt's from
that.
2015.
That bothers me to no
haven't grown
end.
since
I don't
8th grade.
understand. I know you like them, but I don't understand why they sell 3/4 sleeves.
Oh, I love them.
T-shirt.
They're so fantastic.
I would get so like I would want to pull them down, but I can't. Like, I would hate it.
I like it for goalie, for soccer.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're nice because then it covers up your elbows, but then it's also like you don't
Not-
have to worry about what you do at the ends of the shirt and your gloves.
See, I get that. I'm just saying, just like from day to day.
Yeah.
I could not. I don't.
It's
understand
nice
it.
because you can wear them in the summer, fall, and spring. Winter, they're a
But I
little
just wear
sketchy.
long sleeve tees. I just roll them up. I mean, it's
But then that's
it's
more
less
of a
to roll
tear-
up. I know, but like still.
See, like I never wear a shirt that covers my arms. Like never. I can't. They
Even when you
don't-
ski, you just go bare.
Yeah.
bare
I
arms.
cut the sleeves off my winter coat.
Joseph is the reverse Max.
For reference, Max wears shorts 365 days a year.
Unless he's at work.
Yeah, unless he has to wear pants for work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Those
yeah.
are just long shorts.
Yeah. He has his warm shorts too. That's
Yeah.
a different beast, but. All right, well, that's our show. If you have any thoughts on social media or buttoning shirts,
Like
send
a
us
normal
message.
fucking human.
if you want to insult Dayton for his poor buttoning strategy,
What's your Instagram handle?
Yeah, raid my Instagram, which I don't even use anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But you'll like come back to it when you relapse, and it'll just be a bunch of hate.
Yeah, don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram
Oh shit!
at
Look at that transition.
EWF Podcast. We're also on Twitter if you're into that. And yeah, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud,
Pocket Casts.
Pocket Cast, whatever podcasts are, we're there. Hopefully, if we're not somewhere, let us know. Yeah,
Yell at Spotify.
we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
bye.